Hi, everybody. Dan Illman here, taking a look at the DRF race of the day for Friday, December the 27th. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. As you know by now, the Santa Anita Thursday and Friday cards, they have been postponed due to inclement weather expected in the Southern California area. The opening day Thursday card will now be run on Saturday, December the 28th. DRFTV is going to have you covered. All of the major stakes races are going to be analyzed in full right here on DRFTV. Stay with us at video.drf.com or the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel. Before we get to Friday's race of the day, race number 9 at Gulfstream Park, I want to remind you, really nice offer on DRF.com. Easy to keep this New Year's resolution. Take 25% off your favorite DRF handicapping products. It's easy when you go to shop.drf.com. Just type in the coupon code DRF 2020. Let's meet the field for race number 9 at Gulfstream Park on Friday. It is a salty optional claimer going 6.5 furlongs. Lots of horses coming off layoffs to consider for excellent trainers. Horses off the claim. Kind of an interesting pace dynamic. Not a lot of speed signed up. And you can get free formulator past performances for this race on the race of the day event page at drf.com. Access them, handicap along with me. Let's take this field in post position order. I first want to throw up, though, the Timeform US pace projector. We take a look at this race. Timeform US not expecting a lot of speed. They have the 2 promo code who hasn't raced since April the 25th. This horse should show some speed. And the 7 Benefactor, a horse that can be close to the pace and is going second off the layoff for Jorge Navarro. He can be up close as well. We'll see if 6.5 furlongs is what he wants. He's been a little bit better at slightly shorter, but the pace dynamic could favor those 2 horses. Taking a look at the field in post position order, I want to start with a formulator fact for the number 1. Moon over Seba. This is a Malibu Moon colt making his first start off the claim for trainer Eddie Kenneally. And as you see, Kenneally does very well with these kind of horses. Over the past 5 years, with horses aged 3 and up off the claim, off a little layoff of 31 to 44 days, when these horses come back in dirt sprints, 8 for 16 is the Kenneally barn with a positive return on investment. Moon over Seba picks up Jose Ortiz. Didn't have an easy trip last time out. His big races, and he has some nice Buyer speed figures on his resume, but his big races have come at sort of second-level circuits, at tracks like Thistledown, Mahoning Valley, Tampa Bay. He's going to be facing the big boys, and in that troubled trip last time out at Churchill, the race where Kenneally took him, he was 27 to 1 in a good field. The third-place finisher came back to run third, one of those rare non-winners of 4 other than the Churchill with a 93 Buyer speed figure. Moon over Seba, again, has that fig from 2 starts back that would make him tough, but this is a very difficult, I think, optional claiming race. Moon over Seba's got to prove it to me despite that formulator fact. One of the pace sources is the 2 promo code. Undefeated 2 for 2 in his career. He's obviously had a setback because we haven't seen him since April. Let's take a look at promo code's last race, though, at Gulfstream Park, and he was up and on the pace throughout. It was his first time around 2 turns going a mile and a 16th, and he has to work in here, and he gets the job done for trainer Todd Pletcher. Pletcher does well off layoffs, especially at Gulfstream Park. You usually don't worry about the layoff with Todd. Here's a formulator fact. Over the past 5 years, with horses aged 3 and up, last out winners moving from a route to a dirt sprint off a layoff of 6 months or greater in an optional claimer. Talk about specific. 50% winners, a $4.22 return on investment. This horse has speed. Pletcher usually doesn't waste a race off the layoff at Gulfstream. You have to think that promo code is going to give a very good account of himself off of this layoff. Number 3 is Cool Arrow, and Cool Arrow will go out for Terry Pompey, a very underrated trainer. They tried a mile with this horse last time. He pressed the pace as the favorite. He tired pretty badly. I just haven't seen the race in his 3 starts for Pompey that makes me think he's going to take these horses down, and the Buyers have declined in each and every start. He has some back races. This horse, remember, won the Springboard Mile as a 2-year-old, was a stakes winner at Charlestown as a 3-year-old. I just wonder if he's gotten much better as he's gotten older, and he's found a pretty tough spot. Glory of Florida is the number 4, and this horse made a successful turf-to-dirt move last time out for trainer Antonio Sano. Let's watch that race right now. There was not a lot of pace in this race. Glory of Florida was sort of sitting in mid-pack. You could make the argument that the pace didn't help him out, but he came rolling up to win this race nicely at this distance with an 81 Beyer speed figure. Getting back to Gulfstream Park helped him. This was only at 25,000 nanometers of one other then. He's taking a big step up in class, and just from a Beyer standpoint, his Beyers are light when you compare them to those of the top contenders in this race. I'm not sure if Gloria Florida is ready for the step up in class right now. Sor Juancho is up next. This is a horse, lacks a winning profile. 25 starts, 8 seconds, 7 thirds. He's a nice horse to own. He just doesn't win very often. Barnes going to put the blinkers on, maybe to sharpen him up a little bit, and he is definitely eligible to improve in his second start off the layoff. Last time out was his first race since May. He tried to come from out of it. He faced a runaway winner. I think he got a lot of fitness out of that race. Second off the bench, expect improvement. Not sure he is the most likely winner in this race, because A, his Beyers are a bit light, and B, he doesn't like to win races. Star Juancho might be a horse to consider on the bottom of single race exotics. J.S. Bach is 7 years old, and J.S. Bach, I think, is going to fit pretty well on this level. He raced at Parks last time out. It was a pretty good race. Fort Fortitude's in very good form right now. He won that race, and Mr. Dougie Fresh, the third-place finisher, came back to run second for a 62.5 tag in New York with an 87 Beyer, and then ran second again for that same level with a 91 Beyer speed figure. So J.S. Bach has kept good company. He's run very, very well at Gulfstream Park in the past, and three back, he was in against Preservationist, who turned into a graded stakes winner, a grade 1 winner, I believe, at Saratoga over the summer, and you only got to be length by that horse 3 starts back. 6.5 might be the difference. A little bit sharp for J.S. Bach. I think he wants 7.5 on 1 turn mile. Paco Lopez picks up the mount. Jason Service, obviously, very, very dangerous trainer. Up next is the 7, Benefactor. Talk about dangerous trainers. It's Jorge Navarro. This was ran a 103 Beyer, 3 starts back at Monmouth. I like the way he did that. Lasting Legacy, the winner of that race, was in very sharp form. Benefactor made this 4-wide bid entering the turn. Lasting Legacy saved all the ground. Lasting Legacy was just better that day. He came back to beat Benefactor again in a stakes race, the Mr. Prospector at Monmouth. Navarro gave this horse a freshening, returned him in the Claiming Crown. This was just out-sprinted early in the Claiming Crown. Made up a little bit of ground late. He was trying hard all the way down to the wire. The runner-up came back to run second for a 1X with an 81 Beyer speed figure. Like a couple of others, I think Benefactor is going to benefit from that last race from a fitness standpoint. Second off the layoff, we saw the Timeform US pace projector. He can get close to the pace, and that is key. Whether he will be able to go 6.5, that's a little bit of a question mark. Again, his best races have come 5, 5.5, 6. I think that last race at 7, though, him cutting back in distance here and getting close to the pace is going to help him out. Royal Earn goes turf to dirt for a very underrated trainer. This is a 3-year-old taking on some really hard-hitting older horses. He's eligible for a non-winners of 3 life. His race at Keeneland 2 starts back. He ran into a very good horse in Looking at Bikinis, was no match for him. Knicks Go, grade 1 stakes winner at Keeneland, was second. Royal Earn was a non-threatening third. He ran fine in that race. His speed figures, though, again, light compared to some of these others. He's going to have to improve as he takes on the elders. The 9 is Noontime Gem. Noontime Gem ran a mile last time out. Didn't break very well from the rail. Then tried to come wide into the stretch. I just didn't think he had a lot of pace to run at. The runner-up came back to finish second at this level with an 82 Beyer speed figure. He's done some good work at Gulfstream West in the past. He would move up on a wet track, but he's the kind of horse that, to me, going 6.5 needs pace. And it just doesn't appear that pace is going to be there for Noontime Gem. The number 10, Outshine, like the number 2, is returning off a lengthy layoff for Todd Pletcher. This is a horse who ran second in the Tampa Bay Derby earlier this year and was considered a prime Kentucky Derby candidate before he just bombed in the Wood Memorial. He came back in the Easy Goer Stakes on the Belmont Stakes undercard. I got a good look at this horse in the paddock that day. He didn't look right at all, and he didn't run on the racetrack. He was last all the way around. Pletcher has given him plenty of time off. I'm guessing he must have had some kind of little issues bothering him. We know Pletcher excels off the layoff, and we know that this horse has some talent. A 91 Beyer speed figure as a March 3-year-old. That Easy Goer also has come back okay. Grump's Little Tots is not a bad horse at all. He came back to win a Saratoga allowance with a 91 Beyer, second in a 2X with a 93, third in the Discovery, a graded stakes race, an 87. Outshine fits well at this level. You don't worry about layoffs with Pletcher. You wonder if Todd is using this race as a building block for something longer, although he did sprint very effectively earlier in his career. I'm expecting Outshine to take some money in here, and if he does take a lot of money, you know he's going to to be live. I want to take a sharper horse, though. I'm going to go with the Navarro runner in here, and that is the number 7 Benefactor, hoping that he can get that trip the Timeform US pace projector has on display for him. Right up close to the pace, attack the layoff horse turning into the stretch, might be able to hold off the closers. Benefactor, Arad Ortiz, I think 7-2 seems like a really nice fit. Remember that offer on DRF.com, 25% off your favorite DRF handicapping products. Use the coupon code DRF2020. It's easy. Head on over to shop.drf.com. Approximate post time for race 9 at Gulfstream on Friday, 4:30 Eastern. Best of luck.